searching for the perfect Portuguese homestead. This is on my coffee.com/Carl Munson begging page, basically. We're nearly at 100 packets of seeds, so thank you, especially to Waynish, I think he calls himself. Very good of you to have bought us a coffee, so to speak. But we do it with packets of seeds, 97 packets of seeds, as the way this show is funded. So thank you very much to everyone who's done that. Thank you to Eloise for your continued support. I think she's having a nice lie-in with Mr. H this morning. Probably too much information there. But anyway, this is where a lot of the blogs and videos go. I post up each daily live stream on here, coffee.com/Carl Munson. If you want to point anybody in the direction of Good Morning Portugal, this is a good place to do it. But I'm saying here, we see the return of the Casa de property profile today, resuming the search for the perfect Portuguese homestead. Here's one we did earlier. We used to do these, you see, the off-grid starter kit. That was awesome. That's one of the most looked at that we've ever done. And we'll have a look at a new one today. But I wanted to just preface this a little bit. We have featured properties in the past. Portugal is well blessed with every kind of dream home. But I'm thinking, given that we're in the midst of a mass extinction, in case you forgot that, and climate change and all sorts of threats to our future collective humanity, and the world is now getting back to, what I see as ruinous money madness and, addiction to the growth economy. I think it's right that we come back into this looking at homes and homesteads and, getting off grid, rather than just the sort of general profit generating property ladder sort of stuff. So I'm not interested in I'm not even interested in calling it property. I want to refer to it as homes and homesteads. And it's much more important, as I've said here, the value we're looking for in these houses that we'll be looking at are things like fertile land, fruit trees, local communities that are cooperative and friendly, and water sources, rather than just shiny glass and metal and, how much you can make in equity and so on. That sort of. So there's plenty of, property sites that do that sort of thing, that approach you from that point of view. But we'll be looking for beautiful buildings, as I say here, real resources and collaborative communitarians on this journey, one that is so literally and figuratively fruitful in this brilliant country for so many settlers who love its old ways and indigenous wisdom. That's what it's all about on Good Morning Portugal. The indigenous wisdom of Portugal and the old ways here that us expats and explorers really love. Not so sure about the modern Portuguese. Some of them really just think we're weird and strange and odd. I mean, maybe we are. So rather than return to purely soulless and, fiscally based look at Portugal, we're looking for places that yield a holistic wealth, a win-win for the homesteader, the locality, and the planet alike. So that's the frame of reference here. Okay, so please join us on this journey. We're doing this one this morning with a bit of a nod towards Owen, who gave us a bit of a specification. And just one more thing to share with... Oh, hold on a minute. Going back to our YouTube subscriber who wanted some help. Our camera in Alvázora were brilliant and very helpful. Our residency application took less than an hour. Love them. See, that's great information, isn't it? That's good information for people looking for somewhere to live in Portugal, but it's good to know that you can have that sort of experience. So thanks, Gary, for that. One more bit of context to share with you. Do you know about voluntary simplicity? Very quick guide. There's a whole website about Dwayne Elgin's voluntary simplicity. I remember writing about this when I was the assistant editor at Positive News. I have had proper jobs, although that wasn't one of them, actually, thinking about it. What is voluntary simplicity? Just one paragraph to share with you before we look at this wonderful Pure Portugal property. Voluntary simplicity, or simple living, is a way that rejects the high consumption, materialistic lifestyles of consumer cultures and affirms what is often just called the simple life or downshifting. Boom, that's us. The rejection of consumerism arises from the recognition that ordinary Western-style consumption habits are degrading the planet, that lives of high consumption are unethical in a world of great human need, and that the meaning of life does not and cannot consist in the consumption or accumulation of material things. Here! Extravagance and acquisitiveness are accordingly considered an unfortunate waste of life, certainly not deserving of the social status and admiration they seem to attract today. The affirmation of simplicity arises from the recognition that very little is needed to live well. That abundance is a state of mind, not a quantity of consumer products or attainable through them. I'll leave it there, but how about that? That's the context for what we're doing. Let's have a look at this beautiful property now from Pure Portugal. With you in mind, a house with 4 bedrooms, a patio and a backyard, 457 square meters with fruit and olive trees. So let's get that on the screen now as our final thing to share with you today on this rather long. No one said whether this show should be longer or shorter. Maybe the rats are already throwing themselves on the traps this morning. But anyway, let's have a look at this. Look, I'm going to treat you to a few pictures first. It's a doer-upper, clearly. Described as a family home with 4 bedrooms. It is in the delightful area that Peter tells us a lot about, Castanheira de Pêra. Sorry, I'll keep the screen still for a moment for you. Look, it has an original kitchen. Check out, that's a lovely green. People pay a lot of money for that sort of green in a farrow and ball kind of way, don't they? And look at that, pink and yellow inside as well. Lovely bay windowed architectural features there. A sofa covered with bin bags, probably included. So you can see we're talking about potential here. We're not talking about a ready-made dream home ready to go. We're talking about definitely a doer-upper. But for the price, I mean, you know, what would you expect? But look, there are fruit trees. So this is what we we're talking about before. We're looking for water sources. We're looking for fruit trees. We're looking for natural abundance. And look at that. That's where I imagine that's a sunny aspect there once upon a time when a family and a Portuguese family lived there with a grapevine offering some shade and producing some wine there. Look, and there it is from the road. You see that dumpster there? Imagine that occasionally goes rolling down the hill, doesn't it? Maybe with kids having a bit of fun. But look at that. There's land here. Let's go into the details, shall we? And I'm going to save the price till the end. With 4 bedrooms, storage, kitchen, living room, dining room, and a bathroom. It's got a bathroom. Patio and backyard with 457 square meters. This has fruit trees, some olive groves, and is completely fenced. So pretty good if you're looking for livestock. Do you know this one, Peter? Located in Castanheira de Pêra, right in the center of the village. Superb views over the village on the slopes of the Serra de Luzão and Goix. Its location allows easy access to the village where you can perform all your daily life on foot. Boom! There's another positive tick for this one, with access to all public services such as schools, pharmacy, health center, GNR, the police, volunteer firefighters, the bomberos, supermarkets and grocery stores with fresh products daily, restaurants and bars. I'm loving this. I'm loving this location. The ideal home for vacations or permanent home due to its location. You can always count on fun and adventure at any time of the year or season thanks to hiking and bike trails, river beaches. Yeah, the river beaches. Is it the one at Goix or Arganil? We had such a lovely time there. The river beaches of Portugal, you'll hear me singing their praises, and the historical centre in this town. Castanheira de Pêra, and also that lovely water resort Lido place as well that I mentioned before. 20 minutes from the A13, 30 minutes from Pombal, where who's been to Pombal Walk? 30 minutes from Tamar, and at 1 hour and 20 minutes from the airports of Lisboa and Porto. Look, there you go. Should we zoom in and have a look where it is on the map? And we do have our local guide, Peter, among us at the moment. He might want to add a little bit more about this. Look, zooming right in there, which isn't really giving us a lot to go at. So let's zoom out and see where it is in relation to the country. But look at that. Yeah, Arganil, not far away. Goix, not far away. This is proper central Portugal on a similar latitude to Coimbra and Figueira da Foz. Let's zoom right out and see where it is in relation to the whole country. Look, central Portugal, slightly to the north, but pretty awesome. Is this one for you, Owen? I wonder. It's got a lot going for it, not least a price ticket of 25,000 euros. Isn't that amazing? Not a lot more to tell you about it, apart from it's been reduced from 29. Is there a lot of this going on, or is it me? You know, I'm not sure if the formula for people, you know, buying things here and flying backwards and forward, that's been really affected, hasn't it? And I don't know, are people unloading properties at the moment? But certainly it's a great time to be buying, to be living this kind of dream life and getting off the grid. And when prices are that low, 25,000 euros reduced from 29,900, it makes it look very attractive. You've got your work cut out there. Let's face it. Let's see the picture from a different aspect. And we'll finish with the picture from the front. You've got a lot of work to do. So it's not for the faint-hearted. But 25 grand, that's amazing. And you have got an amazing location. Castanheira de Pêra, as Peter will tell you, in the Portuguese district of Leiria. So what do you think of that? It's already on his list. Owen's already seen it. And don't forget the Portuguese with Paolo. We'll finish with that, but let's just say the map is incorrect. Can I have the link for this property? Yes, of course you can, Ana Lucia. It is my pleasure to share that with you. I'll just copy and paste that into the comments now. You're all pretty much still with me 40 minutes later. I love you all. And it's amazing that you're choosing to share your morning with me like this. So there's the link for you, Ana Lucia. That's already there with you. It's already on Owen's list. The map is incorrect, according to Peter, who has seen this property. Great location at the back of the town with great views. We would welcome you warmly to Castanheira de Pêra. What we want to know, Peter, is do you know the owner and would they take a rent to buy? Because a lot of people just don't have the big money, but still want to live this lifestyle. And the indications I see of when Portuguese people, and many are open to rent to buy, and you create a private mortgage eventually, a lot more property is going to get shifted the more open people are to that. So do you know the owners? Can we approach the owners? And yes, I will not forget Portuguese with Paulo. Let's go back to that now. Let's stop the screen share, come back to Portuguese with Paulo. And let me know how you get on. If you're going after that property, let me know how you get on. Today's Portuguese with Paulo, cheirinho, translates as a whiff. Well, you can ask my kids. We're all capable of a whiff in this household. Or in this case, a shot. Oh, I see. Of either aguardente or brandy, firewater, or brandy to have with your afternoon coffee. Now that is a good tradition. We need to learn more about this. This is what you do, Peter, with your expat lifestyle, sort of living it up with the locals, having a whiff of your brandy or aguardente in the afternoon with your coffee. Here in Pêra, it is made by Paulo's father, João. Ah, yes, another lovely story from Castanheira de Pêra, where that property is that I've just told you about. Our local grape variety is Morangueiro, which sounds fruity, but is very acidic and is used to change the acidity in sweeter wines. But it does make a good, strong aguardente, which, when mixed with the young wine, makes Jeropiga. Portuguese, hashtag Portuguese with Paulo. Keep these coming, Peter. I'm going to have to make a meme with that on it, aren't I? Yes, I like the word for whiff, cheirinho, where you can say to those in your household, have you made a cheirinho? Maybe it's not that kind of whiff. Thank you from Owen about that property. I've got the feeling you're not that impressed, but we will keep going. Casa de Dias are going to be the new order of the day here on the Good Morning Portugal live stream, YouTube channel and podcast. We will keep looking and do send them. If you know of one that's not listed and you want to publicize it on here, that's another one of our income streams and our sustainability here. We will feature your business or your property for a very modest fee of 25 euros, which I've set up at the moment. So support us with seeds or get a feature on this live stream and help me put some food on the table for my family. Oh, no, hold on a minute. No idea who the owner is. Sorry, you'll have to find that through Pure Portugal. Okay, no worries, Peter. Oh, here she is. Ana Lucia says it's like cheirinho. Cheirinho. Is it a hard G? Cheirinho. Cheirinho pronounced. Okay. All right. The meme is already in your messages. Wow. What a wonderful group of people you are. And the other type of whiff is peido. Thanks, Peter. Your Portuguese, your colloquial Portuguese is obviously very strong. One more time then. Cheirinho. Cheirinho is a whiff, the whiff that you get, and this will be useful for our wine club. Yes, next Saturday night we've selected a new wine. Go to the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club to find out what that selection is. It's a nice young white this time. Silent G, Cheirinho. Wow, okay, what a show it's been this morning. Thank you all so much, Silent G. That sounds like Ana Lucia's rap name, doesn't it? Silent G. And from her forthcoming album, the pronunciation, please. It's the Silent G. Okay, thanks, everybody. Hasta luego, ate amania. Looks like we're talking to Paul and Crest tomorrow about their wonderful new summer menu at the Village Kitchen. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. Thank you for bearing with me. Lovely to have had your company this morning. Join me again for tomorrow for some more.